On the 26th of September, our team is going to abseil 283 feet from the roof of the Royal London Hospital. This is to raise money for the London Air Ambulance. Every penny counts. It doesn't have to be a lot. If you can just donate £1, then it can make all the difference. Please check out the links below and help to sponsor our team to do this charity event. So once again, I've been contacted by another flashlight manufacturer that I've not dealt with before, but this time it's slightly different because all of the ones in the past have all been Chinese manufacturers, but this time it's the first American one, or at least that's what they say. Now, this is a PowerTac, which I'd not come across before. This model is the E9R Generation 4. Now, when I was speaking to them and I read their website, they are based in the States, they are an American company, but they do outsource the manufacturing to China. All of the administration, all of the research and development, everything like that is done in the States. Now, this is quite an interesting model because when I got it, so this is the packaging it comes with, which is kind of typical for the price range. It's okay. Now, when I received it, this is the first time I opened up a flashlight, and I still can't quite put my finger on it, but I kind of hated it, if I'm honest. When I first opened it, I was not that impressed. And perhaps it was down to the styling. I mean, the styling on this is very, I don't want to say outdated, but it's very old school. And that's not what I was expecting, it's not what I was used to. But, as I always try to be unbiased, I've had this for a month now and I've been carrying it ever since. 2 days after it arrived, I was due to go on a camping trip and a volunteer day to help dig up some bunkers and stuff. So I just took this and I used this for the whole weekend, and it lasted all weekend. It was very good, and it only started to die right at the end of the day as I was filming underground with it. But even then, still kicked out a hell of a lot. I'm quickly just going to go through what's in the box with you so you can see what you get, and then I'll just explain a little bit more about it, and then we're going to go underground. So this is what you get in the box. You get your polymer retention holster and the USB charge cable. You get a little ring for you to put a lanyard on. I've personally taken it off because I don't like lanyards on torches, but if you want to do that, that ring is there. It goes between the tail cap and the body of the torch. You get one of their 18650 lithium batteries. Again, 18650, very popular platform, very good, very reliable. And then obviously you get the torch and a little pack with instructions and your warranty information. And that's it, nice and simple. So, I have been out with the E9R Generation 4 now all weekend. We've been doing a lot of restoration work underground. You can see here, bunker behind me. So I thought I would bring it down here, just this light, not my lamp, to show you, you know, what it's like for the things that we use flashlights for. So I'm going to turn you around, we'll cycle through the modes, and it'll give you an idea as to how bright it is. Right, so I've started on the super low mode, and I can only just barely see that. But if we pop it up one, so that's on your low mode, then your medium, and then your high. But because I've been using this all weekend, it's now beginning to lose its charge, so I can't go into turbo, but even so on high, that's amazing. That is really good actually, and it's actually more floody than it is throwy, which I prefer because I hate it when it's got a really tight hotspot in the middle, and outdoors it looks great. So yeah, now that I've been using this all weekend, and I've been using it with the holster on my side, the holster has eased up a little bit. It was very stiff when I first got it. Now it slides in and out much more easily, but it still retains it very well. I'm actually really impressed. I'm probably going to be using this torch more as an EDC or to have on my belt, just moving from place to place underground whilst I'm not filming, for example, because I do like the holster system for this, I do. So just very quickly before I leave this place, you can see really deep pit there with a ladder, and what I've found very useful, if I can try and get it in the angle, Can you actually see that? Sorry, I'm trying to use the, there we go. So I've got the torch in its polymer holster, but I've got it turned on so that I've got hands-free light for when I'm trying to climb up and down things. That I really like, that is a good feature. Now, one of the things I like about this is it comes with this polymer holster. It's a polymer retention holster, and it's very grippy. So much so that when I first unboxed it, when I first put it into this holster, it was like trying to pull the sword from the stone. I mean, it was so tight that it would have ripped your belt loops off your trousers if you were trying to pull it off. Fortunately, it does ease in very, very quickly, and once it has eased in, it doesn't then weaken up. Chucking it one, see? So it is very, it's a good holster. I really love this. And one of the nice things about it is it's so slimline that it doesn't print. I'll quickly show you what I mean. So I typically have this on my side here, and I'll show you, and then I'll just move and you can see you just can't notice, you don't notice it's there. So yeah, nice easy access out of the holster, and as I say, it doesn't print at all. I've had this on my belt, in the pub, on multiple occasions since I've had this, and not a single person has said, "Simon, what's that on your belt?" You just don't notice it's there, and it's very quick and easy to get to. Now, some of the nice features about this, they have actually thought about it. So it's tail cap operated, which is click on, click off, or momentary press for just, you know, just little flashes. Whilst it's off, if you press this little side button that's on the tail cap here, you get your strobe. Personally, I'm not really a fan of strobing. If you're carrying this on your person just to daze an attacker, full blast them, don't worry about strobe, it's a waste of time. But once you turn it on, you then use the side switch to cycle through all of the modes. And it will remember whichever the last mode was. So that's really good. So I always leave it on high, and then I just step it down if I need to. Now, as with a lot of manufacturers, and this is something I've said before and I hate it about a lot of manufacturers, is they all claim that their stuff is tactical. So far, I've only found one manufacturer where I believe that, yeah, okay, they did have that in mind when they manufactured it, and that was Brynite. This is now the second. This one they were thinking properly when they designed it, and if they want to call it tactical, yeah, okay, kind of agree. It is tail cap operated, which is essential for tactical use as far as I'm concerned, can be used one-handed. The knarling on this is actually quite aggressive. It is very grippy in both the hand and in a glove, so that's good. It does have a strike bezel on the end. It's not too aggressive, but it is aggressive enough to hurt someone basically. But again, if you're going to be using flashlights for defensive purposes, or, you know, I would always have it in your non-dominant and use it as a jab, not your primary, okay? If you try and punch someone with this, like with your dominant hand, it's not going to have the same results that you would expect. I'd use it as more of a jab, so that you've still got your, you know, your dominant for a good cross. Now, it does have a pocket clip. I don't use it because I use the retention holster, but it is reversible, so you can carry it tail up or tail down. And one of the nice things about this is it has magnetic charging. Now, when I unboxed this and I looked at the charger, I thought I recognised that. And it's because, so this charger comes from one of my Brynites. And as we can see, it works perfectly. So then I started to wonder, I was like, is there any association between these guys and Brynite? The answer is no, because I emailed them to find out, and I was like, how come you've got the same charging system? And it was actually their head engineer that actually emailed me back. So very good response as far as a company goes. They were very, very, very quick to give me information. And what it is purely that this magnetic charging system was actually born out of the mobile phone industry, and they simply adopted it. And then so is Brynite. So there is no association between those two companies. It's just a coincidence. Means I've got an extra charger, that's all. The maximum power output of this thing is 2,550 lumens, which for an 18650 platform is excellent. Now on its highest setting it does have a little bit of a step down, but it is nowhere near as noticeable as pretty much every other manufacturer whereby it steps down. Another interesting thing as well is the magnetic charge port that you've got there. I don't know if that's going to focus if I move out of the way. Now let's say you've forgotten the bespoke cable for this and you need to charge it. You'll need a tool to do it. You can't do it by hand. It is very, very tight, just to provide that waterproof IPX rating. But that actually pops out, and underneath is a standard USB port. So just grab one of those cables and you can still charge this. And on the other side you have your charge light indicator, which is red whilst it's charging, and then it's blue when it's finished charging. So all in all, that's very well thought out as well. So, I mean, would I recommend this? Only if you can get it on discount. Its standard price at the moment is £95. Now, for something like this, I would say £95 is a little bit steep. But here's the good thing. PowerTac have given me a discount code for you guys that will give you up to 40% off. When you apply that kind of discount, it brings this price down into where I would consider it a good price for this particular torch. And that's a good thing that they're willing to do that. So yeah, check out the link below where you can pick one of these up, 40% off. And yeah, as I say, it's very, very useful. I like the fact that I can have it on. I wouldn't do it in high mode just in case you burn your clothes, but in one of the lower modes, I love the way you can put this in the holster, have it on and use it when you're climbing ladders or you need both hands basically. I like that, and I have been using that. At the moment, this is actually my go-to everyday carry, purely because I like the holster and how convenient it is. Check out the link below. If you want one of these, again, I do recommend it. Discount and everything is below, so check it out. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.